Japan Prime Minister urges Modi to take tougher line against Russian invasion. Fumio Kishida, on a visit to New Delhi, calls on the Indian Prime Minister to take a tougher stand on Moscow's invasion of Ukraine. Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida has urged his Indian counterpart, Narendra Modi, to take a tougher line on Russia's invasion of Ukraine, but a joint statement after talks in New Delhi fell short of condemning Moscow's actions. Unlike fellow members of the Quad alliance, Japan, Australia and the United States, India has abstained in the United Nations votes deploring Russia's actions, calling only for a halt to the violence while still buying Russian oil. Earlier this month in a four-way call, the other Quad leaders, Kishida, US President Joe Biden and Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison, also failed to win the Indian Prime Minister over to their position on Ukraine. A joint Quad statement at the time said they discussed the ongoing conflict and humanitarian crisis in Ukraine and assessed its broader implications, without any condemnation of Moscow. Russia has been India's main arms supplier since the Soviet era, but now New Delhi also needs more support from the Quad and others in the region and beyond in the face of an increasingly assertive China. Tensions between New Delhi and Beijing have been high since a 2020 clash on their disputed Himalayan border killed at least 20 Indian and 4 Chinese soldiers. Both have since sent additional military hardware, in India's case, much of it Russian-made, and thousands of extra troops to the area. With reference to China's growing assertiveness, seen as the main concern of the Quad, Kishida and Modi reaffirmed their common vision for a free and open Indo-Pacific, free from coercion. The statement after the first visit to India by a Japanese prime minister since 2017 also said Japan would realize, should it be invest, 5 trillion yen, $41.9 billion, in public and private investment in India in the next 5 years. Both leaders also expressed their concern about the situation in Myanmar and called for an end to violence, the release of all those detained and a return to the path of democracy, the statement said.